What is going on, everybody? It is me, Jamoka from Sounds Nerdy, and welcome to the Blip. This is the show in which I cover news, highlights, and events from the past week in the world of tech. And if you are someone who likes to stay up to date with the latest tech news, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my new content. And don't forget to hit that like button as well. All right, just to give you a quick preview of what this show is about. This show is a little bit more long form. I'm going to tackle a few of the tech news that happened this past week. Go a little bit more into detail, give you some of my opinions. I'll give you some of the facts about what's going on, and I'll elaborate a little bit on that, about that said topic in a little bit, depending on what the topic is. Again, give you my thoughts, my opinions, and know what that means for the industry as a whole, or for you, or whatever. And my goal is to do this on a weekly basis. We'll see how it goes. Take it week by week and go from there. And without any further ado, let's get right into the first topic. All right. First topic is Facebook. So, Facebook is pausing work on Instagram Kids app after widespread criticism. If you haven't been aware, Facebook, or Instagram, who was owned by Facebook, has been working on a Instagram version for kids. Yes, Facebook, Instagram for kids. Now, those three words, Facebook, Instagram, kids. Those three words together should scare any adult, because to have a company like Facebook or Instagram going after kids should be very alarming. And it says here that they are actually targeting kids under 13, specifically 10 to 12-year-olds or tweens. Now, yes, I understand 10 to 12-year-olds will have cell phones, and many of them do have social media accounts, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. But but Facebook or Instagram is actually targeting those kids, and that should be very scary. So let's just dive into this article a little bit. Um, so of course here it says it's clear we need to take more time with this. But Instagram chief Adam Mosseri, I think that's how you say his name, announced in news blog that they were going to be pausing the work on a parent supervised experience for young users. In a blog post and in a series of accompanying tweets, Mosseri blames the media and critics for misunderstanding the purpose of the app. I don't understand what kind of misunderstanding there could be when you're targeting 10 to 12-year-olds. Most most parents probably do not want their 10 to 12-year-olds utilizing some form of social media without an adult supervision. I mean, they did say that they would have adult supervision in there, but you know how it will go. Kids are on their phones, they're doing their own thing. Parents are not necessarily watching the kids 24/7. They're not seeing exactly what they're doing on their phones at all times. So you can't necessarily say that this is going to be a fully supervised app for kids, because it's not. That is just not the world that we live in. So it was never meant for younger kids, but for tweens 10 to 12. I mean, 10 to 12 is still pretty young for them to say it's not meant for younger kids. No, Adam, that's still terrible. Separate tweet, he asked that the new project leaked way before we knew that it would be, way before we knew what it would be. People feared the worst, and we had a few answers at that stage. It's clear we need more time on this. Yeah, of course you need more time on this, but again, them pausing it does not necessarily mean that they're stopping it. We know that they're going to come back again. They're going to make some tweaks, try to make it seem more appealing to adults, but again, it's still Facebook, Instagram, kids. I don't like that combination. Also, it's also been a pretty rough week for Facebook. The Wall Street Journal published a series of damning reports on Facebook last week. They calling this like the Facebook files, where there were some internal documents that came out on Facebook that showed, things like they had studies on teen mental health. It also went into other areas about how they were trying to go after kids, or seeing kids as an untapped market. And I'll get into a little bit of that in a little bit. Also here, the one of these stories included was revealing on how Instagram's own internal research suggested that the app made body issues worse for teenage girls. And we know how teenage girls are, how fickle they are, how body conscious they are, because they look at people on Instagram, they look at what's in the magazines and they think that that's how they're supposed to look. And teens are very, I want to say, insecure about how they look, and for them to actually begin making an app targeting 10 to 12-year-olds, little tweens before they even get to that age group, knowing that this is going to spur those same thoughts in those 10 to 12-year-olds. So again, all around, it is a bad look for Facebook and a bad look for Instagram. What else here? Facebook says these reports were mischaracterized the company studies, but it has so far refused to release data and release its data firsthand for critics and supporters alike to analyze. Down here, this is the a message that he put out on Instagram. I'm not going to play it here, and he's trying to sugarcoat his decision or whatever. And at the end, he says, "Peace out." Like, come on, guy, you're not cool. You're. Let me just say this: Facebook is a predator because they're going after young kids. And I'm going to give you another article that's going to show why I said Facebook is a predator. Um, Again, they pause on it, but we'll see. We know that they're going to come back. Again, this was the Wall Street Journal here, the Facebook files. They did a good job of breaking down a lot of the documents, include research reports, online employee discussions, and drafts of presentations to senior management. So if you have the time, I suggest go through this, read through it, skim through it, just to get a good idea of actually what was in some of the stuff. So again, let's go. I'm gonna just give you highlights. Facebook says its rules apply to all company documents with a secret elite that's exempt. So basically, what this talks about is that Facebook is supposed to have the same set of rules that apply to everybody, including the elite people with millions of followers, down to the low level person, probably like you and I, who only has a couple of followers. Facebook is supposed to have the same set of rules, but clearly in these documents, in this dump here, it shows that the elite people are able to skirt those rules and able to get away with more things than the average person is able to. So again, Facebook rules does not apply to all. I mean, these documents do show that. Number two, Facebook knows Instagram is toxic to many teen girls. Company document shows. I already touched on that. Just very quickly, again, for Facebook and Instagram to be going after the tweens, again, it's concerning because I know many of you probably have used Instagram. And there's a section on Instagram what I like to characterize as an advertisement for OnlyFans. If you don't know what OnlyFans is, then you need to check it out. But I know many of you do know what it is. Again, there's a section on Instagram where you can see a lot of these people posting, modeling, advertising for their OnlyFans account. So again, how would you stop 10 to 12-year-olds from seeing that type of content and being exposed to that? Number three here, Facebook tried to make its platform healthier place. It got angrier instead. Yeah, and there's also another study or report or article came out that showed that Facebook knows or knew how it would tailor content to you that is more divisive, sorry. So it would fill up your wall or your timeline with stuff that was actually making people angrier and more divisive. So Facebook is again guilty of doing that. Facebook employees flag drug cartels and human traffickers. The company's response is weak. Documents show. Face how Facebook hobbled Mark Zuckerberg's big to get America vaccinated. Facebook is a big push behind that. Facebook's effort to attract preteens goes beyond Instagram kids, documents show. And there's some more here. Facebook documents about Instagram and teens published. It shows Sandberg's power shrinking. 10 years of Facebook's data offers clues. Yeah, so if you have the time, just go through this. Just read that. It's very interesting. Next here, again, Facebook acknowledges Instagram's damage to teens' mental health, but says that there is good stuff in there. So again, Facebook is preying on teens. They know what their app is doing, and they pretty much have not. They don't have a good track record of trying to mitigate that. And for them to again go after 10 to 12 year olds is something that does not sit well with a lot of people. Again, they published this in a blog post published on the afternoon. Social media giant claimed the article had mischaracterized Facebook research. There's left out important context, suggesting that Instagram is toxic for teens is simply not backed up by the facts, wrote Facebook researcher. But I mean, if you're a lay person and you're paying attention to what's going on in the world, I think you can see for yourself exactly what's happening with our teenagers today. I'm not going to go more into detail. I've already covered a little bit of that. Um, on the face of it, the internal Facebook documents discussing this issue of teamwork to help the company having performed various focus groups of survey between 2019 and 21. Among the documents cited was a 2019 presentation on Instagram, which stated, "We make body image issues worse for 1 in 3 teen girls." So their own documents admitted that 1 in 3 girls, it makes their body images worse for them. So there's no way Facebook can skirt around this. I mean, this is something that is toxic. It is out there, and among the same girls who said they were struggling with their body images, 22% said that using Instagram made them feel better about their body image issues, and 45.5% said that Instagram didn't make it either better or worse. No impact, wrote whoever that person is. Yeah, so yeah, Facebook and Instagram is definitely Facebook, Instagram for kids is something that it should not happen, but I don't know how much effort it's going to take to stop that. But they're going to go full steam ahead with it, so it's going to happen. Moving on here, next one here. Leaked Facebook docs depicts kids as untapped wealth. So again, Facebook is going after kids. I think now this is, I believe this is kids between 10 and 12 are a vulnerable but sorry, kids between 10 and 12 are valuable but untapped audience, company research shows. So again, Facebook knows that it has an untapped market between that 10 to 12-year-old group, and they're going after them hard. Now, internal documents obtained by the journal now reveal that Facebook formed a special team to study children and ponder ways which they could be monetized. Yes, make money off your kids by throwing ads at them, throwing images at them. Facebook wants your kid. Again, this is why I say Facebook is nothing but a predator. Nothing but a predator. Their own document shows that they're going after your kids. So, parents, you have to be aware of what's going on with this. You have to be aware of what Facebook and Instagram's goals are. And you have to be more diligent, more involved in what's going on with your kids and when they're on their phone and their social media accounts. Have to be actively involved in that. Another document cited by the paper notes that Facebook is struggling with global teen penetration and warns that acquisition of teen users appear to be slowing down. Internally, Facebook expects its teenage audience to plummet by an additional 45% by 2023, according to the journal. So I guess that's a good thing that they're not having success trying to penetrate the teen market, but we know that they're going to continue to go after that market. We know that their documents show that they want to go after that market group. So they're going to continue to predator like go after them. You know, another Facebook document cited by the journal states that children are getting on the internet as young as 6 years old. Imagine a Facebook experience designed for youth, it says. So they're not stopping at 10 to 12-year-olds. They're going after your kid as soon as they hit the internet. Facebook clearly wants to get them. So you gotta watch out for them. Again, this just talks about them pausing their Instagram kids. So Facebook wants your kids. We have to be more diligent and be aware of what's going on with Facebook. So again, parents, I implore you, pay attention to what your kids are doing on their cell phones. Pay attention to what they're doing with their social media accounts. Try not to have them get a social media account before 13, 14 years old. And even then, be actively involved in it. Get their password, look through their posts, understand what's going on. Because your child may be doing everything the right way. It's somebody else's child that doesn't have the same upbringing, that doesn't have the same values or morals that could be influencing your kid. And as great as parents as we try to be the best influence we can on our kids. That's not always the case. The world is a big place. Our kids are doing things. They have their own life. They have their own friends. There are definitely influences beyond our control that are getting to our kids. So just pay attention and be more involved in that. All right, now let's move on to something else here. Again, Amazon this week or Amazon last week had an event where they unveiled a number of new Amazon products. So Amazon showed off a couple of new products, a few new products. The Echo Show 15, Astro Bot Plus, Glow, Blink, View, Ring. It's a few more things. So let's just dive into that and see some of the products that they unleashed. Um, First one here you see in the picture here is the Amazon Astro robot. I am going to dive into that a little bit more. I'll get back into that little robot a little bit later. Let's go down here. Another one that they did was the Ring Always Home Cam. So this is a device where it is a little drone that will pop out of its little base and it will fly around your house and do patrols. So just very quickly, it can be set to go on a predefined path throughout your house. So you can do that manually, or it can also be triggered by some type of alarm, or if it detects something, it will then come out of its base and then fly through your home. So that was the Ring Always Home Cam. Okay, let's keep going. Another one, Ring Protect Pro is just Amazon is combining home security with a secure and stable internet connection. So this is going to work with the Ring cameras in your home and combined with your Eero Wi-Fi 6. This it includes a stable internet connection and it works around power outages. So in case of a power outage, the Ring Protect Pro is still going to work for you. The Ring's drone is set to fly through your home. Again, I did talk about that. Halo View, this is a fitness and nutrition smartwatch. Amazon has added a new product to its line called the Halo line, which already includes a fitness tracking band and its app. Device shows fitness stats and classes on the screen. It has 7 days of battery life. It's a swim-proof device, so basically waterproof. It comes in a variety of colors and options. It's $80 with a full year of membership included. So again, for all your fitness needs, that is going to be the Halo View. Amazon Glow. This is a video device for kids. So it has an 8-inch screen on there, and it projects the image onto a tabletop surface, so the kids can then interact with that. So let's just go through this real quickly. Amazon idea for how to change video calls for kids is to make them more interactive. A new device called Amazon Glow projects computer images onto a table where kids can interact. There's an 8-inch LCD display so the kids can see their loved ones as well. So again, trying to make video calling more interactive for the kids. Okay. Disney Alexa. Disney characters are now on Alexa. On a new partnership with Disney, you can use Alexa device to interact with Disney, Pixar, and Star Wars character called Hey Disney. The features gives you jokes, trivia, story readings, as well as surprises. Then another device is the Amazon Echo Show 15. So this is a 15-inch wall-mounted display. It can be wall-mounted. And this is the biggest display that Amazon has released in a show series so far to date. The Amazon is adding a personalization feature using its AZ2 Neural Edge processor. The juice up chip can process much faster, which lets it run the personalization features on the device. As a result, features that use data about you won't send the information to Amazon's cloud. Right. Okay. Now we already know that Amazon Echo records everything that you do. There have been reports that came out about how whole conversations have been recorded and then sent to other party members unexpectedly. So again, Amazon saying that they won't be recording, take that with a grain of salt. I don't have much faith that that is true. But I mean, the device itself, I mean, it's, think of it as like a smart hub. It can, all your household members, you can play music, sticky notes, personalization features, dietary restrictions, all that stuff here, which is pretty good. I mean, but again, you have a little camera on there so they can see into your house and see what's going on. Um, it's some other things. So, but let me get to the biggest thing that I wanted to talk about with this Amazon Astro robot. Again, robots supposed to be looking cool, supposed to look cute and friendly and non, invasive. But Amazon Astro robot could be a dangerous smart home device, says leak. So this is a leak that came from Amazon internal documents. Let's dive into that. So again, they unveiled that at their event. Information published by Vice's motherboard, which the claim was been sourced from leaked internal development documents and video recordings of meetings about Astro, indicates that the new robot assistant may have more than a few flaws. Of course, Amazon is denying the claim. The report, one developer is quoted as saying, "Astro is terrible and will almost certainly throw itself down a flight of stairs if presented with the opportunity." They went on to say that the robot's person detection is unreliable, which would impact its usefulness as a home security device, and its parts seem to be too fragile for their intended purposes. So Amazon releases this $1,000 robot, and you have a developer saying that this thing is flawed and will throw itself down the stairs, has a problem with detecting people. Well, what is the point of this device? Again, but if you notice all of the devices that Amazon released along with this robot, the theme here is that Amazon is trying to invade your home. Every product is more invasive, invading your privacy, and is trying to give Amazon more access to your house. We already know Amazon wants to be able to have a key to your door so it can actually leave packages inside your home. So you gotta be careful with what they're trying to do. They're trying to just basically just get into your house. So again, this robot here gives them another footprint inside your house, because again, this robot is going to be able to map out your whole house and know exactly where everything is, obviously in order to get around your house. But and don't think that Amazon is not going to have access to this data. I would not believe that Amazon is not going to have access to it. Again, I already said that we already know that they have this information and it's been sent to other parties. The fragility would be a particular issue for the mass camera that allows Astro, which costs $900 to scan its surrounding from higher up. But yes, this thing does have a mass or a periscope that actually comes from it, so it can again peer throughout your house and get a better view of what's going on here. So again, yes, so here's this picture here. You can see here that this thing has this periscope that comes out around the house. I don't know about you, but I'm not too fond of a robot in my house with a periscope and has basically spying on everything that I'm doing in my house. Not particularly fond of that. So yeah, this robot will not be coming into my house at no particular time. I definitely will not be allowing this robot in my house. So yeah. No, thank you, Amazon. That is not something that um I am looking forward to. Um, so so this is the company's first home robot. It's going to retail for $14.50, but the introductory price is going to be $1,000. Signups are available right now. Expecting to begin shipping later this year. Again, it's a little bit more detail. Uses the onboarding processor and SLAM algorithms to intelligently map and navigate around your home. Astro can also be used to make video calls thanks to its large front-facing screen. So that is pretty much everything that Amazon announced at its event. Again, the theme that you're seeing is more invasion of your home, more invasion of your privacy. Again, we need to pay attention, wake up, and understand what's going on with this. And don't be so forgiving and allowing of these devices to just invade our lives. All right. And that is going to wrap up my show today. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. Again, if you do like this type of content, let me know down in the comments below. How can I improve? My goal is to give you the best review of what happened in the past week in the world of tech in a long form. So let me know down in the comments what can I do to make it better for you. Again, if you like this kind of content, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. All these stories here that you see here that I went through today is available on the website, soundsnerdy.com/news. There, I curate and aggregate news, tech news from around the web. I bring it to you in one location. So you don't have to go to 15 to 20 different websites to get all your tech news. You can just go to my website, soundsnerdy.com/news. All the news is aggregated there across various topics: Apple, Samsung, Google, Windows, PC, more general tech news. So make sure you go check that out. Make sure you check me out on all my social media. Everything is posted right down here. And until the next video, guys, stay nerdy.